Hey NBA2K MyLeague Series fans, we're back with another fictional MyLeague Series episode with the Hoosier Hobgoblins. Today we go for our 10th straight win in a row as we wrap up our West Coast road trip against the Fresno Furies. Highlights coming up. And if you're new to the channel, I am Coach 2K. While you're here, hit that subscribe button and click the bell to get notified whenever I upload anything new so you don't miss a single episode I put on my channel. Also, while you're here, I'll put a link up in the corner for my MyLeague My Career series. You can start from the beginning. If you don't know about that series, you're going to want to check that out. So, around the league, what's been going on to bring you up to date? Another Player of the Week honors Gary Henderson from the Miami Mutants in the East. Hot Rod Dupree gets another Player of the Week honors in the Western Conference. So those are the two guys. See Gary Henderson's stats there the last 4 games. Mutants have gone 2-2, and he's been playing pretty well. I don't think he outplayed Byron Dantley though. I think he got screwed out of another Player of the Week honor. Hot Rod Dupree, definitely deserving. He's been putting up the points there, and even though they got that loss against us, they went 2-2. They bounced back and got a win after the loss in our last video. I'll put a link up in the corner to that video so you can catch that game. Pretty good game. But we got our first Player of the Month honors, and Byron Dantley is not snubbed for this first Player of the Month honor in the Eastern Conference. And Hot Rod Dupree, of course, he got it in the Western Conference. Byron Dantley, it's pretty good looking stats. I mean, team's on a 9-game winning streak, and he's been filling up the stat sheet during the winning streak ever since he came back from that injury, which kept him out for a few weeks. It is certainly good to have Byron Dantley back. Also, I didn't even know this was in the game. Rookie of the Month honors Jarrell Warwick and Derek Weber, both rookies of the month in the East and the West. I'll show you some information about them. Warwick, he's a power forward? I can't tell. Fire Breathing Dragons, 72 rated overall. Not too impressive stats wise. I think Gadsden's probably playing better than him. Then we got Derek Weber with the Hobgoblins. He's a point guard out there for them. I don't think we've seen the Hobgoblins yet. But you look at some of his stats over the last few weeks, see how he's been doing. As far as the rookie report goes, you can see Gadsden here moving his way up the ladder. Still be nice to get him the Rookie of the Year. We consider him our 6th man. So maybe he'll get 6th man of the award. Bad news. The boogeyman, Jerome Bailey, he got injured. So he's going to be out 1 to 2 months. So hamstring problem. Hate to see that because he's leading the league in blocks. What is that, like 3.3 blocks a game? He's been a force inside. And so, but I want to keep you up to date with that injury. Around the league yesterday, look at the scores. The Big Feet beat the Centaurs, the Grim Reapers. And they got beat by the Vampires. Both teams close to 500 there. Demons win another one. They're now 16-4, beating the Shapeshifters. You can see here Omari Swift with 24 rebounds in that game for the Demons, and that's a season high. 24 rebounds. So we don't face the Demons till later in the month of December, and that's going to be a good matchup. Warlocks beat the Boogeymen. Both teams about 500 there. The Minotaurs, they lost this time to the Devils. Both teams pretty good. Mutants, they beat the Gnomes to improve to 12-9. The Sasquatches, I can't tell. It looks like they might have beat the Zombies. The Satyrs, they beat the Wraith. That went into overtime. The Sea Monsters, they got beat by the Fire-Breathing Dragons. And the Leviathans, as we mentioned back in the win column, now 16-6 after they beat the Demigods. You see Hot Rod Dupree with 41 and 11. It looks like pretty good game for him, And then it looks like the Polar guys beat the Doppelgangers. Both teams about average. So today's game is against the Fresno Furies. There are a few games below 500. Looks like they lost a couple in a row. Of course, we're on a 9-game winning streak, as this is the last game on our West Coast road swing. Glenn Culpepper is their best player. He looks like a perimeter threat, and he's 86 rated overall. Older guy he's like 31, so he is one of their best players. No big badges here. I just thought I'd cycle through him so you could see what he's got. And he's from UCLA. Been a pro for 11 years. Next best guy, Raheem Dorsey. Offensive superstar with 21 badges, 86 rated overall. And he's got a few badges on him. We'll have a look at those so you can see how he's set up. He's got 4 Hall of Fame badges. Bruiser, I'd say that's probably about right. He also initiates the offense sometimes, even though he's at the power forward spot. And I know it seemed like once he was at the center spot, initiating the offense. So he's also got a legendary work ethic. And so a little bit about their best 2 players. You can see Dorsey's leading them in scoring. Was that like 21 a game? Augustine and Rush right behind him. And then in rebounds, Dorsey's leading in rebounds. Gentry leading the team in assists. Sharpshooter. Brooke Gentry, point guard. And then Glenn Culpepper is leading the team in steals. And then as far as the blocks, Raheem Dorsey also leading them in blocks from down low. He plays with a lot of energy. I'd say he's the best player on the team. As we get a look at the Fresno Furies arena for the very first time, it's a packed house to see our Hoosier Hobgoblins, who have got to be a draw here pretty soon. I mean, we're one of the best teams in the league. With Byron Dantley leading the team, you gotta like the squad here. We didn't change the starting lineup. Here's the starters for the Furies. We're still going with what we've been running with, as the team's getting along great on this West Coast swing. And so we'll see if they came ready to play here. As you see, Bayo with the fadeaway jumper puts us up 2-0 to begin the game. And we lost the ball for a second, but Bryce Kidd came up with it. And we got a quick start, but is that Augustine inside with the dunk as they snuck it past us. And Dantley finds Warwick spotting up for 3, and he nails it. Loose ball, we pick it up, we get it out to Warwick, and Warwick is ahead of everybody, and he dunks it home. And we have gotten off to a great start on the road here, which is a good sign. And they pull up in our face, and they hit the shot. And here is Dantley from long distance. No problem. He hits the 3. He's going to take another one, and he knocks it down. Good to see him hitting that outside shot. If he hit that outside shot, he'll be even tougher. There, we get juked left and right by Dorsey. And there they get the steal. Augustine gets the steal. And they get it to Dorsey, who scores again to bring him back within 5 as Dantley's trying to force his way past the defender. He gets to the rim and he scores. Here we pick up the loose ball. Warwick's hustling and he gets another wide open dunk. Nice job by Bo Warwick as he outruns everybody to get to the other end of the floor. And Warwick nails the 3 in transition and puts us up by 12 early, but Dorsey comes back with a hook, floater, whatever you want to call it. And there we got the big block, but Dorsey came up with a rebound, and we made him miss it again. We wouldn't get anything in transition there. This Dorsey running again. He gets in, forces his way in there. He's a strong guy, I'll tell you that. And Rush comes in with the awkward move, brings them back within 7. Oh, look at this play here as Ruiz takes the alley-oop dunk. Yeah, that was probably the play of the game right there. And it was a great play. Ruiz finds Gadsden, and Gadsden dunks it. He gets fouled, too. He's going to go to the line, but he's going to miss it. No, he hits that one. All right, so we're up 14. Another good play there. I think that might have been Augustine again. Here, good use of the screen, and Gadsden fades to the three-point line, where he's deadly out there. Now we're up by 17, as we thought we had the ball, and they ripped Ruiz and got the easy dunk on the other end as Rush buries another one. And so they're hanging tough here, even though we're shooting awesome, as Jedovic doesn't settle for the jumper, takes it inside with a little scoop shot. And D'Angelo scores on our bad defense. They find Rush in the corner and he knocks it down. 11-point game. And, they're working hard inside as Augustine gets the rebound. He gets fouled. And he converts the and one. And now it's an 8-point game. They're back in it. But Dantley comes in, and right off back as he gets back into the game, he comes in and says, we got to put a stop to this with the big slam dunk. But they cut behind the defense, and they find Augustine at the rim. And they bury another 3, and now they're within 5. So after our great start, they cut down to 5, but Warwick gets the handoff play. And there's nobody in there. And he gets another dunk. That's like his 3rd dunk of the game. Nice play there. We got a big block. We got it out to Warwick. Is he going to get another dunk? Oh, he gets fouled. No dunk that time. He's got a chance for the and one, and he is pumped up. And of course, we missed the and one opportunity, and they're going to get it out in transition. Nice play here, as I think that might be Culpepper. They find Culpepper, who was pretty quiet. Seemed like it. Dantley with another 3, and he buries it. So trying to stop this run is Dorsey muscling his way inside, and he gets it over Bale. Look at him, he's all he is fired up too. So nice pick and roll there. However, we got the Juker open as we give up a 3, I think, to Rush, and they get it inside again to Rush too. 6-point lead. And is that Taylor? Yeah, Taylor pulls up on the break and hits the jumper. And look at this full court pass to Dorsey. Caught us, and he actually did the cutthroat signal, which I thought was kind of strange. He might get a suspension for that. I don't know. And Warwick finds Dantley wide open, not even guarding him out there. And there's another 3/4 length court length pass, and we're up by 12, shooting 70%. Man, we've been scorching. We've been shooting the lights out. And some of these teams that have been below 500, but even though, look at that push off by Dorsey, showing his strength. So I don't know what's happening. We'll have to wait and see if this continues against some of the better teams in the league. We might have to make some changes to make it a little tougher. As Byron Dantley. Man, this guy's incredible, man. Look at this dunk, man. He is fun to play with. Big block by Bryce Kidd. He's going to get it out to Dantley, and Dantley's going to just take it all the way to himself. Coast to coast. Look at that. Well, I guess he got the outlet pass. But in any case, he scores. And we get Warwick underneath as Kidd finds him. And so they're still hanging tough here. But we're Dorsey with a dunk inside. Cuts it to 12. Dorsey went through a stretch here where he's playing pretty good. But Dantley steps out for another 3 off the elevator play. And now we're back up 15. Dorsey gets stuffed by Kidd. Warwick gets out. And here he's going to find Bayo running the floor. And Bayo lays it in transition. Nice play, Bayo. One of my favorite players on the team. I like all the guys now. They're a lot of fun. And Dorsey pulls up. hits a tough shot to bring it back to 15. And there he's working inside, working hard on the offensive glass. He gets the rebound, gives him another opportunity, and pays off for him as they score. And here, nice play here, tough one because we got buried in there, and then Dantley gets the ball and makes the reverse dunk look rather easy. It's like he's not even jumping. So there, can't tell who that is. That might have been Culpepper. He's having a little stretch here where he hits a tough shot there. Probably could have got the foul. But back to 13-point game. And there we play good defense. We're going to get out in transition again and look at Dantley. He gets the rebound, and this time he goes coast to coast and scores on the layup. And there he just goes right by the defense. Another finger roll. And so, but they score on the other end. Playing hard. We're going to score again here is Dantley. There's just nobody in there that's going to challenge that shot. Now we're up, what, 19 points? Nice find here by Dantley to Gatson, who was cutting baseline, and both of them are extremely pleased with the play, as I was. And now we're up 22. Jedovic with the pull-up jumper in transition, up by, what, 25? And so we're just going crazy. Here's Dorsey with a pretty floater, throws it in, and here Gatson. No, that might be Holmes. Rayshawn Holmes gets in, and he scores. And here, nice play here as we find Ruiz on the break, wide open, slam dunk. I think that puts us up close to 30, and that's a good one to end it on there. And we'd run away with this one, shooting 64% and win 121-89, and we've just been steamrolling. But we still haven't caught up with our division rival, the Detroit Demons. Even though we've won 10 straight, they've won 11 straight. So we got to keep winning so we can compete. So Dorsey led them with 26 points. Good game by Dorsey. Rush and Augustine, 17 and 11. And so, good game, Dorsey. He was a strong player. I like that one play where he just shoved off Kid to get the space for the shot. Dantley had 39. 4 guys in double figures. Look at that work. 10 assists. So everybody shot extremely well. We're just getting great shots. And our defense has really picked it up these last 10 games. I think I've learned a few secrets on how to use the right stick better. So around the league today, looks like the Werewolves beat the Yetis. The Demons, there you go, 16-4, beat the Goblins. Warlocks beat the Devils. It's a big win for the Warlocks there. The Centaurs and the Titans, close game. I can't tell who won that game. Both teams under 500 quite a bit. The Wraith beat the Shapeshifters to improve to 12-10. The Mothmen won big, 121-78 over the Big Feet, now 15-8. Furies, of course, we beat them. So, great game, 10-game winning streak. Now second in the Eastern Conference. So, we're going to talk some new stuff in the next video, I think, before we play our next game. So, hopefully you like the highlights. Let me know in the comments what you think of the series. If you get any suggestions of what you want to see. I am Coach 2K. I'll see you on the court in the next one. Thanks for watching.